How's it going, 7th and 8th grade? So last time we were here, we were working on triangular prisms and how to solve for the surface area by first knowing how to write out the net and labeling the net. So similarly, it can be a little challenging sometimes to know how to label cubic or rectangular prism figures. So for this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to draw your net and label your rectangular prism. Alright, so we have our rectangular prism drawn out. So here I have a height of 7 inches. Here I have a width of 6 inches, and I have a length right here of 4 inches. So first thing I do when I see a rectangular prism is I kind of position it, or I shift it differently. Clearly right now this rectangular prism is standing. So I'm going to bring the prism down just so I can make it a little easier for myself. So I'm going to just orient it clockwise. So I'm going to shift it on its hind right here. So I'm going to shift it here. So cool. So it was originally standing, now it is lying down here. So I have the bottom of my rectangular prism. So I'm going to label the bottom right there. I have the top, left side, right side, back, front. So now I have my net. So I'm going to start with the back of my prism right there, and I see that this length right here for the back, right here, is similar to the length going here. So that will be the back. So 4 inches right there. Put the 7 inches in here. All right, so now I've got my 7 inches right there. Cool. I'm going to bring the top up, going that way, and I'm going to bring the bottom going that way. So I have the bottom portion right here. So our bottom portion's opening up that way, our top's opening up this way. So 6 inches comprises of this length right here, so I'm going to put 6 inches. And the bottom length carries itself the similar way, so it has similar to how the back had 7 inches going in width this way, the bottom's going to have a width of length 7 inches as well. Okay. All right, so as I can see here, the length of the top is similar to the length of the bottom here. And it's opening up that way, so I'm going to write 6 inches there. And the top section here is similar to the width of the bottom section here, 7 inches, so I'm going to put 7 inches there. So top has 7 and 6, back has 7 and 4, and the bottom has 7 and 6. If it wasn't apparent already, based on the length, we can determine that the bottom and the top are going to have the same area. So lastly, I'm going to erase this section right here. I'm going to rewrite 7 inches inside the box because to make room. And then lastly, we have the top, we have the front. We have the front face. The front face is just right here, as we pointed out earlier. So it has a length of going up this way of 4 inches and has a width of 7 inches there. So the front and the back have the same area, and the top and the bottom have the same area. So finally, I'm going to open up the faces on the left and the face on the right. So I have the back length here, and you're probably wondering, okay, where am I going to draw the faces, the left and right faces? Am I going to draw it where the top is? Am I going to draw it where the back is? Or am I going to draw it where the bottom is? You're actually going to want to draw the left and right face on the back, or right next to the back rectangle right there. So I'm going to try to fit my 4-inch there. I'm going to try to put my 4-inch, I'm going to rewrite my 4 inches right there, back. Okay, so I got these two rectangles right there, and they are going to be both the same area as well. So So I see that the width of this rectangle right here, if I opened up the flap this way to the right here is 6 inches, and the height right here is going to be 4 inches. 4 inches here, 6 inches here. There we go. 4 inches, 6 inches, 4 inches, 6 inches. So now we have our net. Look at that. So now I'm going to erase all this right here because I've created my net, and now I'm going to section off the shapes, the 6 shapes of this rectangular prism off to solve for the area for each. All right, so left side, right side, front, top, back, and bottom. Okay, so based on my little figure right here, I see that I have a front of 7 and 4 inches. So let us multiply those two, 7 times 4, which is 28. And then we're using inches, so inches squared. And as we mentioned earlier, the front and the back are the same area. And as you can see here, 7 inches on the back there and 4 inches on the back there. So I'm just going to put 28 inches squared right there because I already know that they're going to have the same area. So for the top and the bottom, we mentioned that top and bottom are also going to have the same area. So let's just figure out the value for the top, right? So top has 7 and has a width of 7 and a length of 6. So 7 times 6 equals 42 inches squared. And that's going to be the same at the bottom right there. Cool, right? Finally, the left and right face are also going to have the same area. So let's solve for the left face. 4 inches here, 6 inches there. So 6 times 4 is 24 inches squared. You have to, again, harden my atrocious writing. It almost looks like calligraphy. I'm very disappointed in myself. So I will rewrite the numbers a little better on this side after I erase it. Cool. All right, so now let us add up our areas, because remember the surface area is the total of all the individual areas of the faces for the prism. So my total area is 188 inches squared. And that's it. So that is how you label and draw the net for finding the surface area of a rectangular prism. So hopefully the faces made sense, and hopefully the little tips that I threw in there made it labeling it a little bit easier. So for our next tutorial, we're going to do the same, but we're going to do it for cylinders. So stay tuned.